Hey, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Okay. If you hear the sounds in the background, it's just a soft meditation that I have going on because at the end of this, as you can see in the notes, that we are going to do like a little 5-minute meditation. But first, I would like to introduce myself. Thank you for joining me and watching. Um, But my name is Nene Jackson. I am a transformational coach. What I help you do is bring your mind, body, and your spirit into alignment. So those unworthy thoughts, that negative self-talk and things like that, I help you replace it with worthy actions, with worthy action. Because remember, you are worthy. You are worthy. I am worthy. And as you can see in my shirt here that you can get on my website, perspectivespeaking.com, and go to the store and you'll see all the products and services that I have. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But as you can see on this shirt, the I am worthy is shaken because sometimes we don't feel worthy of the things that we ask for. Sometimes we don't feel worthy of the things that God has placed in our heart. And we like, is that really for me? If he dropped it in your heart, yes, it is for you. If he dropped it in your heart, yes, it is for you. And that is what I'm passionate about. Helping you release any victim mindset, any offenses, this overly being defensive about things. You can't control people. You can't control people, but what you can do is control you. And so don't let people and their actions put you in a bubble to where you cannot experience the best life that God has for you, because God wants the best for you. And so I share a lot of scriptures from the Bible. I share things from my experience, hence perspective speaking, my point of view, what I took from things and things like that. And I seek to help those that may feel stuck, overwhelmed, confused, alone, alienated, feel like you don't fit in, all the things that just don't make you feel like you're loved and supported. Because I was once there. You know, I always felt like everyone always was against me, attacking me, and everything else like that. And the whole thing is just because they don't think the way I think, speak the way that I speak, or act the way that I act does not mean that they're attacking me, does not mean that they don't like me, or anything else like that. We all are our own individuals. And I became victimized by people not receiving me the way that I thought that I should have been received. Okay. Um, and so that's the reason why, it's like, okay, well, I want to help people that feel like me. I want to help give people information that can potentially help them out of their dark situation, out of their overthinking or their negative self-talk in their head. That talking is not benefiting us. Not benefiting us at all. It make us feel unworthy. It make us feel stuck. It don't give us confidence to get up and go towards the things that we would like to go towards. And that's the reason why I started Nate's Perspective Speaking. Okay. My why is just simply so you can know that you are not alone. Feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling anxious, feeling like, oh, woe is me, finding yourself stuck and complaining instead of getting up doing something to change your reality. In my journal, I share every thought create. So what are you thinking? So if you constantly replay in your head over and over again the things that you don't like and the things that you don't want, you're going to continue to get more and more of what you do not want. So when you work with me and when I work with my clients, what I always encourage them to do is all the information is out there. All the information is out there in the Bible, motivational speaking, and some books that I'm going to share with you today. These are things that when I was feeling in that dark space and I did not have anyone to talk to or call on to help me process my thoughts, and then I'll go to counseling and then they'll help me release the victim mindset. But then at the same time, I was still stuck on what can I do daily. What can I do daily? What can I do daily to stay in that healing process and not be victimized by a new situation. Because yes, I may have overcame this situation, but then another situation come up, and being that they don't look exactly the same, I sit and I get victimized or offended all over again, when it all go back to the same thing. The serenity prayer, like I always say, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So when I get into a situation, whether it feel uncomfortable, whether it work out the way I want to or not, the whole thing is, what can I do in this situation? Instead of me getting upset and, oh, woe is me, nothing ever work out and everything else like that. No, what can I do in this situation right now? Sit, pray, meditate, worry about nothing, pray about everything, like God says in the Word of God. I mean, in the Bible. You know, okay, right now, nothing is coming up for me to do anything. So, you know what? I'm going to sit still until I get an answer or a nudging in the spirit to go do X, Y, and Z. But I will not let this situation stress me out, because if I stay stuck in my head about this situation that I cannot control right now, I will miss the guidance and direction that God has for me. My higher self has for me. Source, whatever you call it. I call it God. I call it Jesus. Okay, but whatever you call it, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Okay, I can't say the same thing because I don't know about different entities and things like that. But what I'm saying is, whatever higher power that you call upon, it wants the best for you. Mind, body, and spirit, it wants the best for you. Mind, body, and spirit, it wants the best for you. Mind, body, and spirit. So whatever you call, whatever you're connected to, it wants the best for you. So if you're stressed out about a situation, if you're depressed and you're laying in the bed, and then when you get a nudging in the spirit to do something, you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, and you sit around, the weight get heavier, heavier, and heavier. That is what I learned through my situation. I dragged too many things out instead of going ahead and acting on it so I can receive whatever blessing or lesson that I'm going to get for it. And that is my why. I want to help people stop being unstuck. Because most of the time, if you're stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling confused, God has an amazing ministry in you that He wants to get up out of you. But first, He needs you to actually acknowledge that He found you worthy. God found you worthy. God found you worthy. That's the reason why you overthinking. You got all these thoughts and these feelings and you stuck. God chose you. Walk in your worthiness. Get in touch with somebody. Talk to somebody. Release all those. And I'm going to take you through an exercise today to help you release it and hopefully give you some revelation as to what you can do today to start going towards the things that God is dropping in your heart. Because He didn't do it to make you feel unworthy. He did it to let you know what? Even though you may look at yourself as unworthy, God said, I find you worthy. So when you can't look within and say, you know what? I'm worthy. I'm actually amazing in real life. Go to God. Read the Word of God. Pray, meditate to God, and let Him show you the way that He view you. Let Him show you the way that He feel about you. Because I promise you, be like, you love me that much? And it's going to make you cry, because it make me cry so many times when I think about how much He loved me, and I don't choose to love myself the same way. Okay, so what I would like to share with you is some books that helped me when I was in my very dark place. I find myself in many dark places when I get to something new. So if you are one that find yourself getting overwhelmed, scared of the unknown and things like that, hopefully these books will help you. Okay? Put this over here. The first one that I would like to share with you, because I'm still talking about myself. And a lot of people, when they see my logo, they get offended, or they may not want to click on it because they think whatever they think. I don't know. It ain't my place to care so much what people think. My whole thing is to deliver and give healing through my words and my actions and the products and services that I create. So when you look at my logo, you'll see a person meditating like this. A person meditating. And you'll see some colorful balls going down the middle. And then you'll see them sitting in some golden hands. Okay? The golden hands is God. Remember that song? He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hands. Okay, so remember, I tell you, I read the Bible and I tell you to ask God how he see you, feel about you, and everything else like that. So, like God's word say, sit, meditate upon my word, get in my presence, seek me, the Bible say. So when you sitting and you meditating, just sit there with God. Ask God, look, Lord, what would you say to me? What would you have me to know and do? Whatever, just sit there in God's hand and just know He loves you so much. He got you. He got you. Rest there and release all these overwhelming thoughts, okay? Rest there and release all these overwhelming thoughts. So the golden hands is God's hands. Okay. The person meditating is me, you, whoever choose to sit and quiet themselves to receive the healing that God so has for them. Those colorful balls is our energy center. And it comes from chakras. 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 The energy centers that comes through our body. Okay. It says overall well-being is always available to you. And there's an ancient secret to it. The ancient secret unlocks the most vital, mysterious, and intelligent healing power of the universe. The ancient secret is you, 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 you. You are the key to your overall well-being. You have all the essential forces of the natural world within you. Remember, God said he created us in the image of him. He made Adam from the dirt of the ground and then breathed life into him. Okay? Everything is within you. I don't know. Something just popped up on my screen. Please forgive me. But everything is within you, including the power of healing. And so this is what chakras teaches you. So each of those color balls is different areas of your life that may have been offended, that may be blocked up because of things that you could not control in the past. It shows you how to release and forgive. The same thing that God tell you to do, release, forgive, and walk in love. This take you through everything that may be that you may have experienced and how to release it in love and how to receive that healing power of releasing those offenses. So when you see my logo, if it offends you, I'm sorry. But let me give you a little history about it. It's just simply helping you identify areas in your life that you may have been offended in. And it take you through steps of learning how to heal. So I encourage you to read up a little bit about chakras. On my Instagram, I take you through the information about chakras, so it let you know what type of health issues you may be having, if this chakra is blocked or that chakra is blocked, what you may be experiencing mind, body, and spirit when different chakras are blocked. So I share that with you on my Instagram as well, as well as on my podcast. I take you through the chakras, ascending, going up, and then descending, coming down, so we're working out all those offenses through my podcast. And then when we're coming down, we're being active. We're actually taking our power back, walking in all that God-given energy that we have. So when you see my logo, that's all it is. It's us sitting in God's hands and us releasing everything that has offended us and holding us back from becoming the best authentic person that we are, and allowing God to heal us. Okay? He always tell us to forgive and walk in love. Ain't that healing? Every offense, I forgive that. Because hurt people hurt people. I know I didn't hurt people too with my hurt self. So you know what? I will want them to forgive me. So I'm going to forgive them and I'm going to walk in love. And anything that don't feel good, I will make sure that I sit still Take it before God and have him to bring it in a proper perspective, because I do not owe anyone anything but to be the best version of myself so I can be the best version of myself to them. Okay? And so the next book I would like to share with you is How to Make SHIT Happen. How to Make SHI asterisk T happen. And the reason why I like this book is just simply because it talks about the core four. And the core four is your mind and your spirit, your body, healthy relationships, and your business. I say that again, your mind and your spirit. What do you do every day to get your mind and your spirit in order and connected to the Most High, the one that you was created in the image of, the one that blesses you every day to get up and walk in purpose? What are you doing to strengthen that? Are you praying? Putting all your cares and worries out there to God. Philippians 4:6 say, worry about nothing, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all things. And he will give you peace that passes all understanding. And he will guard your mind and your heart. So if God gives you a promise like that, why wouldn't you take time to sit and guard your mind and your heart by praying and getting before God? Putting all your cares and worries out there to him, and then allowing him to guide and direct you. He's going to give you a peaceful mind and heart, so then he can lead and guide you, so you can be sensitive to the nudging of the Spirit. So you can be sensitive about your purpose and what he's calling you to do. Your mind and your spirit. What are you doing for your body? Core four. Okay, by Sean Wallace. Okay, your body. What are you doing with your body? Okay, if your body is coming up against you, you're full of pain, or you just don't feel full of life and vibrant. What are you putting into your body? Are you taking inventory? Because your body is going to talk to you. I went from 243 pounds to now a consistent 170. And I guarantee you, if I start eating some things that is not supposed to be in my body feels that. I get sluggish. I get drained. I just feel like I don't have no energy. I'm older now, and I'm in my 40s. So I get just unexplained pains out of nowhere. Like, huh? What did I eat? What did I eat to cause this pain to come up against me? Be mindful. Be mindful. What are you putting in your body, and how are you being active? How are you being active? Here lately, I haven't been really wanting to go to the gym or be outside or whatever. So I decided, you know what? So I can continue to move my body, I will pull out my jump rope and commit to 100 jumps. Commit to 100 jumps just to do something. Just to do something. What are you doing to help promote a healthy body? Get active and actually feed it good things. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Okay? The third one, healthy relationships. I'm a believer, and remember, everything about me is perspective speaking, but I'm a believer that to build healthy relationships, you have to have a healthy relationship with yourself. You have to be comfortable enough to articulate your needs, your wants, and then be able to be okay with saying no. When you're building healthy relationships, that don't mean be a people pleaser. That don't mean that you got to be a yes person for everybody. No, you be a yes person to yourself. You show up for yourself. And then guess what? When you show up for yourself, you'll show up for the world around you even better, because now you are healthy, happy, and whole. When you are healthy, happy, and whole, you're not coming from this place of to where you're going to be self-sacrificing. You're sacrificing yourself. You know you need to do this, you want to do this, but because somebody called you, you stop what you need to do for yourself, and then you sit and you go doing that. And then they're not getting the full authentic version of you. They're getting the irritated, the short, the okay, hurry, rush type of energy from you. Whereas if you actually showed up for yourself and spent time with yourself and actually say no if it was an inconvenience, and yes if it's something that you can do, and be cheerful about it. If you can't be cheerful about what you're saying yes to, that's an indication that you need to say no. And I promise you that when you say no, they're going to find somebody else to do it. Remember, you're not God. You're just an assistant to God. When it's something that you cannot do, you be comfortable with saying no so they can go back to the source, which is God. Okay, Lord, how am I going to figure this out? I need this and I need that. Guess what? Encouraging them to go back to God. Okay? So don't be in the way. So build healthy relationships by building a healthy relationship with yourself first. Okay? The last one, business. Okay, whether you are working a 9 to 5, whether you are starting your own business, whatever the case may be, always do your best. Always do your best. I don't got my book out here with me, the 4 agreements, but that's one of the 4 agreements. Always do your best. Always do your best. So if you're working for somebody, do it as though you are doing it for God. Doing it as though if you had somebody working for you, how would you want them to show up in your business? Would you want them to show up in your business and making sure they checking, dotting every I and crossing every T? Or would you want them to come in and, excuse my French, half-ass at the job? If you wouldn't want nobody to work like that for you, don't work like that for somebody else. Okay, if you are running your own business, I encourage you to every single day spend some time in your business. Spend some time in your business. May that be researching. May that actually be taking active steps. Maybe that be going live. Whatever it is. If you're writing a book, spend an hour or two with editing, going over it, making sure it's what you want. Always do something that's gonna move that needle forward on your business. Okay. That's the core 4. Mind and spirit. Get close to connected to your creator. Your body. Eating healthy. Staying active to where your body can always be in this optimal state. Relationships. Saying yes to everything do not make healthy relationships. But being healthy and drawing healthy boundaries and using your nose and giving your yeses away sparingly and pushing people back to God when your answer is no, I can't do it. Ask God what you're supposed to do. Pushing back to God will build healthy relationships because now you can articulate your needs and wants and don't feel like that you're going to be cast out or alone just because you stand on what you want and need. Everything in life is give and take. So if I can ask something of you, I should be willing to be able to give you something. Everything in life is a give and take. So show up for yourself before you show up for other people so you can have healthy relationships. And then the last one, your business. If you are working for somebody, do it as though you are working for God. Do it as though, show through your actions how you would want somebody to show up if they was working for you. You want them to always give their best and do their best. Okay. And make the job easier for everyone, for yourself as well as everyone around you. So always be mindful of that. Okay, I'm going to hurry up through these because it's taking a minute. My next book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And these are the steps that he tells you about getting your dreams out of your head and into reality. Getting your dreams out of your head and into reality, okay? So it says first, fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money that you desire. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. 3, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. 4th, create a definite plan for carrying out your desires and begin at once. Whether you are ready or not to put this plan into action, go for it. Go for it. 5, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for the money and describe clearly the plans through which you intend to accumulate it. And the 6th and final one, read your written statement aloud twice a day. Once just before return at night and once after you arise in the morning. As you read, see, and feel and believe yourself already is in possession of the money. So like Napoleon Hill says, get clear. Get clear. Because if you just like, oh, I just want this, but you have not got clear about what you are willing to give, like I just said, everything in life is a give and take. If I'm going to ask you for something, I need to be willing to give something as well. Everything in life is a give and take. And so right here, it just says, get clear, get clear. And after you get clear about what you want, what you're willing to give for what you want, the date in which you would like to acquire it, and then write out a plan of what you're going to do to go towards it. Write a clear, concise thing, and then read it to yourself. And as you read it to yourself, read it as though you already in possession of it. That's the feeling. That's the action like, oh, yeah, I got it. You see what I'm saying? So if we stay focused, because I promise you, everything that you need to accomplish what you can today, you already got. Don't focus about what's missing. Oh, I need this, or I see other people doing it like this, that, and third. If God dropped it in your heart, take whatever you got and you utilize what you got. Okay? Because you got everything that you need to fulfill what you need to fulfill today. Okay? The last book that I would like to share with you is one of my favorites. Brian Tracy, No Excuses, No Excuses, No Excuses. And the journaling prompt I'm going to share with you today is pretty much what I'm about to read to you here. No more excuses. Do it or don't do it, but don't make excuses. If it's to be, it is up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. And so this was a book that when I left from when I left my job after 20 years or whatever, and things did not go the way that I thought it was go, I was making all type of excuses. I can't this, and I don't know why this, and oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me, oh, woe is me. And guess what? I happened to stumble across that book. I'm going to Barnes & Noble, and I was walking out after I had purchased a book or whatever. I was walking out and I seen it, and I realized that I was filled with a lot of excuses. And I read it, and as I was reading it, and as I was taking steps daily, I started realizing that I victimized myself just because something didn't work out the way that I thought that it should have worked out. When the whole thing of it is, it was something new. It was something new. I've been working at a job for 20 years. I don't know nothing about running my own business. I don't know how to be consistent and things like that. But I was beating myself up because it fell through. Not realizing that God that was all in the plans for me to get to where I was going. Because if I would have never failed that hard, then I wouldn't have came up with my journal that I'm about to share with you now. Journaling to peace. Journaling to peace. Okay? I wouldn't have been in a position to where I was grabbing quotes, affirmations, scriptures, everything to try to help me get unstuck if I wouldn't have had that fall. And so this will lead us into the next part. I done shared the books with you and everything. And so my products and my services is what I would like to share with you next. And as you can see, Journaling to Peace. Like I said, it'll give you quotes to get you active, affirmations to speak life into you, and then scriptures to let you know God is with you every step of the way. All of my products and services you can find on my website, www.perspectivespeaking.com. And you can go there and you'll get shirts. Most of my shirts come with hats. It comes with mugs, tumblers. You got the face mask. It's several different products and apparel that you can get with the I am worthy, the cutting out excuses, the speaking life, all the different apparel that I come up with. And all it is just to cover our heads with affirming words, cover our chest and our heart with affirming words, and our mugs is so we can sit down those affirming words to constantly remind ourselves that we are worthy. And as long as we are willing to do like Napoleon Hill say, get very clear, write it down, and read it to ourselves as though it's already done, it can be given to us. But we have to be willing to put in the steps to acquire the things that we are seeking. So like I said, you can get your journaling to peace at www.perspectivespeaking.com, as well as other products that I have and the services that I have to offer. As you can see, the thumbnail on this video, it got are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling overwhelmed and things like that? It's a 7-day self-love perspective course that you can take. And it's just 7 days. And what it's going to do is 7 days of getting you with yourself, spending time with yourself first. In that 7 days, you're going to affirm yourself with 12 or more affirmations, because we're going to create affirmations daily. You're going to be journaling to release all those negative, debilitating thoughts that you have in your head. And you're going to journal and create a plan to go towards what you want. So then, like Napoleon Hill say, we will get a clear plan of what we will be going towards. So then every day when we read that, day and night, when we wake up and before we go to sleep, we read it as though it's already done. So as we sleep and as we wake up, our mind is being programmed that this is where we're going. To where now you're getting more clarity, you get more nudging in the spirit, you're feeling more confident. So we'll journal about that. We'll also meditate in that 7-day self-love perspective. Spending time with yourself after you pray about everything, after you journal about everything, and then you sit and you meditate and allow God to, speak to you. Because prayer is when you making a petition to God or talking to God or thanking God for being grateful for everything that you're doing. But you're the one who talking when you're praying. Then when you meditate, you sitting there. Remember, in God's presence, in God's hands, in his presence. And you allow him to speak to you. Talking to God, allow it to be a dialogue and not just a monologue. Not just you just speaking to him. Oh God, I need this. Oh God, I want this. I don't like this. I don't like that. Now sit quietly and see what he say. Okay, so you can get the journal, the 7-day self-love perspective course. I also have a solo perspective that includes the mind. It's a whole total package, so it's mind, body, and spirit. So with that, you actually get a journal. You actually get personal training and nutrition. And then I'll actually build a plan for you. It's solo, so all I would do was have a one-on-one with you, and then we'll also have a follow-up one-on-one after you get done, as we go through the process. As you go through the solo program, but I'll sit down and I have a one-on-one with you and I'll discuss everything with you, and then I'll create steps for you to follow, a plan, mind, body, and spirit. Going over the core four, keeping the core four in the forefront of your mind and your spirit. How are we working on your mind and your spirit today? How are we working on your body? How are you building healthy relationships? How are you creating healthy boundaries to where you do not continue to receive offenses? Remember, we're coming out of the victim mindset. God did not intend for us to be victimized by anything. By anything. We're nobody's victim, but we're victorious if we choose to take our power back. So in that solo perspective, I will help you create healthy boundaries and release those offenses by forgiveness, and then walking in love. And then I help you actually get clear or show you plans on how to get clear about walking in your business. May you be working for someone and you want to scale up in that business, or if you want to create and run your own business. That solo perspective course will take you through all those. But you can do it on your own time because it's a solo perspective. So you're doing it on your own. And when we have our one-on-one follow-up calls and, check-in and things like that, that is when I will hold you accountable. Remember, I'm here to hold you accountable. I'm not here to pacify you. I'm not here to, make the way that you feel okay when we're releasing that so we can get what God has for us. So I'm going to be your cheerleader, but I'm also going to be your accountability partner that's going to hold you accountable. Okay. Now the royal perspective. Okay. The royal perspective is actually, you can either choose the 7-week course or you can take the 10-week course, but 7 to 10-week course and everything that you get in the solo perspective, but you actually have me walking with you throughout it daily. You actually have one-on-one personal training and nutrition sessions, whereas with a solo perspective, I lay everything out for you and you do it independently. You do it by yourself, but I create the workout plan, the nutrition plan to show you how to build up everything. So the royal perspective get all that, but I'm actually their mentor and coach through the process. So they will have weekly calls with me. If they need to talk to me daily, they got access to me. With the royal perspective, I am there with you, walking hand in hand to get through this process. Whereas a solo perspective is more I lay out a plan and you follow it independently. Okay, so if you would like to work with me, just go on my website, perspectivespeaking.com, set up a one-on-one getting to know you session, and then we can discuss and talk from there to see which one works best for you. But, so that's all about my product and service. Also, you can get this journal on Amazon as well. Type in Journaling to Peace by Nene Jackson, Nay Jackson, and it'll come up and you'll see the pretty purple flowers. Okay, and so you can get it on Amazon as well. And so if you haven't seen my logo, that's my logo right there. You see it? So as you can see, those gold hands, like I said, is God's hands. Okay, and you see that person meditating, and those color balls are the chakras. And the two balls that you see in the hands, the blue one is for the intuition, so we can be led and guided by God, and the green one is for the heart, so we need to forgive and walk in love, so we can be led and guided and not offended. Because when our heart is offended, then our mind would be full of all those things that I need to do to protect myself, to where how can you follow the intuition and the nudging in your spirit that God gives you if you're not walking in love? Okay. So now that I have shared my products and services with you, let you know how to get in contact with me and reach out to me if you would like to work with me one-on-one. Now I would like to share a journaling prompt with you. And as we share the journaling prompt, after I share it with you, we're going to listen to the meditation sound, and we're just going to journal for about 5 minutes. Just whatever comes up, just let it flow. Okay? And so it says, no more excuses. You want to see the pretty pages? The pretty pages. You see your quote up there, your affirmation, your scripture. You got a box to to-do list, so while you're journaling, your mind may, or meditating or whatever, your mind may start saying, I need to do this, I need to do that. Just jot it down right there. No need to, give it too much thought. Just put it there and you can address it later. On the back page, it says, every thought create. So remember, if you keep on thinking about the reality that you don't want, the reality that you are currently living, if you keep on thinking about it, what you think you're going to get more of? If you keep on thinking about it, what do you think you're going to get more of? Let's change those thoughts. That's the reason why we're going to journal out all the ickiness, okay? And then at the end of the day, you write your 3 wins. Write your 3 wins. What have you accomplished today that you feel good about? 3 things. You can always write more, but I encourage you to at least have 3 things that you're grateful for, that you feel like you have accomplished today. And then also in the box, it says everything at the appointed time. If you are willing to put in the work, I feel like it will crunch that time. But everything at the appointed time, because your actions have to align with your desire so you can get what you want. So if your actions is not aligning with your desires is not aligning with your actions is not aligning with your words, you ain't nothing aligning, then guess what? Just know it's going to take a little bit longer, but it will come eventually once you start getting into action. So this is my new journal. A journal that I just used to share. So I'm not writing that. So I'm going to go grab my other journal and let's get to it. You see, I utilize my own stuff too, okay? So, the thing is, do it or don't do it. Don't make no excuses, okay? List 3 things that you feel prevent you from going after your dreams. List 3 things that you feel prevent you from going after your dreams. List 3 things that you prevent you from going after your dreams. And journal your thoughts about the list. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. And we're just going to journal whatever comes up that you feel is preventing you from going after your dreams. And then we're going to journal about it. List 3 things that you feel prevent you from going after your dreams, and then journal about it for 5 minutes, starting now. That 5 minute went quick. I wasn't ready to stop. I was in the mode. So let me finish up this thought, and I realized our music went. I mean, our meditation went off too. Let me finish up this last thought, and then we'll talk about the next thing. Okay. So, how did that journaling go for you? How did it go for you? I know it went good for me. I realize there's still things in the past that I used to journal and think about. Now I'm in a new situation. I realize it came up again. And so it's like, okay, girl, what did you do then to get through it and build your confidence in it? And what can you do? What can you take from what you did then and place it here now to help you through this situation? And just like in my journal, affirmations and scriptures. Okay. So what I would encourage you, the affirmation that is on the page for today, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. So whatever came up for you, the reason was the three things that's preventing you from going after your dreams, whatever those things are, just remember that you are safe. And those things may seem like it's an issue just because you haven't started walking towards what you desire. Okay. If you didn't have a chance to journal that much about it to get clarity, because the more that you journal and you're venting about it, you'll start getting revelations and gratitude of it could be worse. I do got this. I can do this. So just follow the journaling process, and I promise you, you'll get clarity, more and more clarity as you journal. And so I am safe. Remember, you are safe to walk towards whatever God drops into your heart. Because if He dropped it into your heart, that shows it's for you. He just needs you to believe it and walk towards it so He can give you more and more clarity how to acquire the things that He had dropped into your heart. The scripture that I have for that is Philippians 3:13. Forgetting what is behind and reaching towards what is ahead. Philippians 3:13. Philippians 3:13. Forgetting what is behind and reaching towards what is ahead. Most of the time, we look at the things of the past. We look at how we was not supported and how we was not loved and how we, felt like we lacked this and lacked that to the point to where we didn't feel confident in walking towards something. Today is a new day. The Bible says that God's grace is made new daily. His mercy is made new daily. So as long as you get up and you are willing to walk towards the desires that God placed into your heart, then guess what? He will be so gracious and merciful to the point to where He will lead and guide you to what you need to know and do. May it be people, may it be actions, may it be research, may it be a video, may it be a book, whatever it is, He will lead and guide you, because like an old saying says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So once you get open enough and comfortable enough and vulnerable enough with God, I ain't telling you to be comfortable and vulnerable with the world right now. Right now, it's just you talking to you versus you. Whenever you talk to me, just know it's going to always be you. I'm not here to help try to diagnose other people. I'm here to help you. Stop being victimized by the world around you and take your power back and become victorious so you can live the life that you so dream and desire. Okay? So, that scripture, forgetting those things that are behind and reaching towards what's ahead. So release those offenses. Release those offenses. Okay? So I'm about to turn the meditation music back on. And now that we kind of lightweight vented about the things that was holding us back and we journaled a little bit about it, we're going to meditate on those issues and see what God says to us. As we meditate, I want to encourage you that as soon as your mind start thinking about a resolution to whatever come up in your mind, I want to let you know this not the time for that. This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for that. Right now, all I want you to do is clear your mind. So every time your mind think of something that some drop in, acknowledge it and let it flow right on by. Let it flow right on by. Let it flow right on by. A matter of fact, what just dropped in my spirit right now, because if you're not used and comfortable with meditating, you will feel anxious through that process of just trying to quiet your mind, especially if you have an overactive mind like I did. So what I'm going to do is a meditation by Jose Silva. Inspired by Jose Silva, but it's a lady that does it. And I'm going to play that. It's called Mirror of the Mind. Mirror of the Mind, I want to say. And I'll leave that down below. And we're going to meditate to that, because she'll let you know, take the reality that you don't want. Whatever the problem is in your life that you don't like or you don't want, you're going to put it on this mirror, okay? Then we're going to erase it. We're going to send it to the side, and then we're going to actually look at the plan and focus on what we want, okay? And another thing, that's I'm happy I had said that, because that the journal page that I ended up on today on mine is let your goals keep you focused. Let your goals keep you focused. Let your goals keep you focused. Okay, so we just journaled about the 3 things that is preventing us from getting our dreams or going towards our dreams and desires. And then we journaled about it. So now we're going to have that all up on the mirror. These are the 3 things that is preventing me from getting the things that I want to. So then once we erase that and replace it with the clear mirror and the white mirror, we're going to say, okay, this is what I want instead. This ain't what I want. Remember, we've already journaled about the 3 things that we don't want, that prevent us from going towards what we want. We done already wrote down that. We done already journal about that. Now we're going to do the mirror of the mind, where we're going to put it up there. We're going to erase it, and we're going to replace it with what we do want. Okay? That is what we're going to meditate on right now. Okay? And then the affirmation that's in the middle of that page, it says, I see with clarity. I see with clarity. So as you constantly focus on what you really want, more and more clarity will come to you, to where you'll feel more and more confident of walking towards it. The scripture that goes along with that is Proverbs 16:3. Proverbs 16:3. Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Remember, I told you, let your goals keep you focused. Remember, pray about it. Praying about it is actually putting your confessions out there to God. He say, worry about nothing, pray about everything. Okay, I done prayed, I done journaled. Now I'm meditating, Lord, so you can give me clarity on what I need to know and do. Include God in everything. You include him in everything, he going to establish your steps, your thoughts, and everything, because you know the plans that he have for you, plans of good and not of evil. So as we do this final exercise before I let you go for the day, because we're almost at an hour, but thank you for joining in. But as we meditate, look and see what God has to say. Okay? Let me turn our meditation sound on. I hope y'all can hear good. I'm going to run to the restroom. Listen, meditate, follow along.
Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize number 3 times. Take another deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize number 2 3 times. Take another deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize number 1 3 times. You are now at level 1, the basic plane level that you are learning to use for a purpose, any purpose you desire. To help you enter a deeper, healthier level of mind, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. On each descending number, you will feel yourself going deeper, and you will enter a deeper, healthier level of mind. 10, 9, feel going deeper. 8, 7, 6, deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are now at a deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. You may enter a deeper, healthier level of mind by simply relaxing your eyelids. Relax your eyelids. Feel how relaxed they are. Allow this feeling of relaxation to flow slowly downward throughout your body, all the way down to your toes. It is a wonderful feeling to be deeply relaxed, a very healthy state of being. The following are beneficial statements that you may occasionally repeat while at these levels of the mind. Repeat mentally after me. My increasing mental faculties are for serving humanity better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better, better, and better. Positive thoughts bring me benefits and advantages I desire. I have full control and complete dominion over my sensing faculties at this level of the mind and any other level, including the outer conscious level, and this is so. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body, mind, and immune system. We will now impress information for your benefit, programming the Mirror of the Mind technique. You can use this technique for problem solving and goal attainment. Create and project on your mental screen a full-length mirror. This mirror will be known as the Mirror of the Mind. This Mirror of the Mind can be mentally increased in size to encompass within its frame a thing or things, a person or persons, a small scene or a large scene. The color of the frame of the Mirror of the Mind can be mentally changed from blue to white. The blue frame will denote the problem or the existing situation, which can be converted into a project. The white frame will denote the solution or goal. To solve a problem or to reach a goal with a mirror of the mind, enter level 1 with the 3-2-1 method. Then project the image of the mirror of the mind with blue frame on your mental screen. Create an image of the problem thing, person, or scene, and project it on your blue framed mirror of the mind in order to make a good study of the problem. After making a good study of the problem, erase the problem image, move the mirror towards your left, change the mirror's frame to white, and create and project a solution image onto the white framed mirror. From then on, any time you happen to think of the project, visualize the solution image you have created framed in white. And this is so. I will now allow time for you to work one problem case. Begin by applying your learned techniques. At the count of 3, project the image of the mirror of the mind with the blue frame on your mental screen. 1, 2, 3. Project the image of the blue framed mirror of the mind on your mental screen. Now create an image of the problem thing, person, or scene and project it on your blue framed mirror of the mind in order to make a good study of the problem. Now erase the problem image. Move the mirror towards your left. Change the mirror's frame to white and create and project a solution image onto the white framed mirror of the mind. What do you want to manifest? When will this happen? Who will be there to give you feedback? How will this make your life different and better? Why is this important to you? Project desire, belief, and expectancy onto the solution or goal image. And if it's appropriate, step into the image, become one with that you in the white framed mirror of the mind. Put your 3 fingers together and say to yourself mentally, whenever I have a need or desire to feel this way, believe this way, think this way, or behave this way, all I need to do is use my 3 fingers technique and it will be so. Allow your body, brain, and mind to memorize this wonderful feeling. Experience it fully and completely. From now on, any time you happen to think of this project, visualize the solution image you have created framed in white. And this is so. Every time you function at these levels of the mind, you will receive beneficial effects physically and mentally. You may use these levels of the mind to help yourself physically and mentally. You may use these levels of the mind to help your loved ones physically and mentally. You may use these levels of the mind to help any human being who needs help physically and mentally. You will always use these levels of the mind in a constructive, creative manner for all that is good, honest, pure, clean, and positive, and this is so. You will continue to strive to take part in constructive and creative activities to make this a better world to live in, so that when you move on, you shall have left behind a better world for those who follow. You will consider the whole of humanity, depending on their ages, as fathers or mothers, brothers or sisters, sons or daughters. You are a superior human being. You have greater understanding, compassion, and patience with others. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and cause a sound with my fingers. At that moment, you will open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. Vision, eyesight, and hearing improve every time you function at these levels of the mind. 1, 2, coming out slowly now. 3, at the count of 5, you will open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. Feeling the way you feel when you have slept the right amount of revitalizing, refreshing, relaxing, healthy sleep. 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before.
Okay. Did you enjoy that meditation? Hello, whoever is watching. I greatly appreciate it. I'm wrapping up now. What I was doing was meditating, getting that mirror to mind in there, focusing on what we don't want, and then erasing it and replacing it with a plan to go after what we do want. Okay, so what I would like to encourage you to do now that we are wrapping up, hold on, let me stop this real quick. Now what I would like to encourage you to do is, like I said, I always take it back to the Most High, the Creator, Source, whatever you call it. And if you have a book, I have the Bible that I read. I encourage you, whatever came up about the 3 things that is preventing you from going towards what you desire to go towards. I asked you to look it up and say scriptures for whatever. Mine is lack of clarity, just things like that. And so what does the Bible say about clarity? It's going to say, seek God, seek God, seek God. Seek him and include him in all things, and he will order and guide my steps. I know the scriptures, but at the same time, I'm going to actually get clear and actually look up scriptures. And then on Google, type in Google, scriptures for X, Y, and Z, whatever the 3 things are that you wrote down that came up for you. Look up scriptures for them. And as you look up scriptures for them, I want you to, whichever one stick out to you, pick out about 3. So every time that feeling come up of lack of clarity or whatever the 3 issues was that you came up, every time those come up, I will encourage you to speak those scriptures instead. Include God in everything. Okay? Like Napoleon Hill said, get a definite amount of money you want, say what you're willing to do for it, make a plan to go towards it, write it down, read it to yourself morning and night, in present tense. And yeah, just start trying to transform your life, you know. Um, so yeah, if this video helped you in any type of way, please remember to like, subscribe and share. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can message me on here, or you can go to my website, www.perspectivespeaking.com, and we can chat, get to know each other so we can see what it is that we can do to help you walk in the authentic best version of yourself that God created you to be. So, okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was informative. I'm going to do more to where, yeah, you will get to know Nene Jackson very well. Okay. So, yes, you have a beautiful, blessed day. Remember, journal about whatever icky thoughts that you have. Worry about nothing, but pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him, because He done already healed you or helped you in so many ways before. So think upon those last times that He pulled you out of something, and thank Him for all things, because you know that He's going to pull you out of this as well. And then allow Him to give you peace that passes all understanding while He guard your mind and your heart. Do not be easily offended, but become victorious in every situation. Okay, include God in every situation. But look up some scriptures, and every time these unworthy feelings come up or things come up that don't allow you to walk towards what you feel like God placed in your heart, I want you to speak those scriptures into those situations, and find affirmations that you can say for those scriptures. Okay. I am loved. I am supported. I am surrounded by people who love and support me. God is my strength. God will never leave me or forsake me. Just whatever affirmations that you need to say to yourself, build them off of those scriptures that you find, and speak life into yourself every time things come up that is not so favorable. Have a beautiful, blessed day.